Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just recently go on a trip for Xuân for a few days and I was supposed to film it, but because of some situations I can't film it. So to say sorry, I want to tell you about my trip. First, we meet our destination where we go to Xuân. Then when we are there, we unpack our things and choose our rooms. After that, we eat our lunch and then rest. But now, for the exciting part is when we go to the forest. When we first go to the forest, there was a friendly dog and he was named Ha Ha, which a hilarious name. He helped us guide the way and also to keep us safe. When we went, we found a little worm and it was kind of hurt. So that my teacher said that worm will come out of the ground when it rains because worm uses its skin to breathe and the worm lives underground. So when it rains, it will drown the ground and the worm can't possibly survive. So it came up when it rains. So we walked more. Then we found a dainty long leg, which is a kind of spider. It is like other spiders, but it has more long legs and it can't spin webs. It usually eats insects, and my friend, she was a little bit crazy, so she let the dainty long leg climb on her head, and it was so funny. And it just sticks to her hand. It won't go when it had to supposed to go. So after that, we went more and we found a humongous mushroom. So for example, this is a tree and this is a big mushroom. It is a mushroom called in Vietnamese is phá gỗ. Yeah, it's a little bit hilarious and it was a little bit unusual, but still it's really big, so I kind of like it. I think that you can actually sit on them if they were strong enough. Then we walked more and we found a really big tree with a leaf and it was called cây dái voi because the leaf of it is like big as the ear of the elephant and you can sit on them just like a mushroom. And we walked more and we passed few falling logs because of the Yagi storm, and it had lots of mushroom on it because mushroom, it's kind of like fungi. It grows on dead animals to get the nutrients from them so that it could grow. And we found a little cute mushroom with a red hat and a white body. And our teacher said not to touch it because it is poisonous, so we didn't touch it. There are also white mushroom too, which is the most common kinds, and I kind of like it. But there are some white mushrooms that are poisonous, so you better not touch them. And we walk more and see lots of insects. We also found a stick bug, and it was on the leaf, and then suddenly it just jumped out, so our teacher gently catches it for us to see. She was kind of like a scientist insect, so she studies insect and also the other teachers. I really like this stick bug because my friend said it was a master of disguise as a stick bug, and when we let it go, it just jumped into a bunch of leaves, and then we saw it like, oh my god, where's the stick bug? So it was really good at disguise unless it was moving. And when we walked more, we saw lots of insects, but I can't remember it all. On the way we walked, we also played some fun questions. So we find a new lots of trees like khoai nưa, phượng tiên hoa, cây đa bóp cổ, and that one sounds a little bit scary, but it isn't actually. Like for example, this is a tree, and this is the tree that I'm telling about, and this is another tree. So it kind of grows around the other tree, but it don't actually take the nutrients. It just grows on the other tree. We also found a really weird thing called dây leo, but it isn't looks like the other normal one. It was spiral and it was wooden. My teacher explains that because over time it just turns into wood, and it had it everywhere. My teacher asked that where the tree in which part of the forest. The forest has 5 parts, and after we answer we get all of it wrong, but my teacher said that it actually grows everywhere, and I had to admit it was everywhere. We also see a weird tree called cây tổ chim because it looks like a bird's nest, and it also grows everywhere, on low, on top. I mean, like literally everywhere. So let's move on to the night. At night, my teacher catches 3 bugs. Log bug, which is kind of like the stick bug, but it's a log. It also disguised as a log, but when it touches it is the log. It feels like a log, like really. So I put it on my hand and I feel it, and the body of it was like a log, like a dead log. And if we do this, it won't fall because it clinks its hand into its feet into my hand, so that it won't fall. Like for example, the tree that it was holding onto was moving like this. It also clinked its feet onto it and also move so that the predator can't see. And if we actually put it in the really uncomfortable place, it will it will fit. It will put out its digested food to protect it from the predators.
How about the second day?
The second day we also went and we found a really cute bug called ve nhảy. It looks like a bird poop, but when we touch it, it's actually really fuzzy and it can jump really long, like from this tree to this tree. It can jump here to here. And we went on and we still see some familiar faces like the worm and also some other insects. We also found bat Z, and I was pretty terrified when I see it when I was climbing over a fallen log. So my teacher catches it for us so that we will be safe. Oh, on the second day we also went to a cave called Cave Na, which is full of fruit na, but it isn't actually the real fruit. It was the stones that look like the fruit. And my teacher explains that it's because when the water that every whether it comes, it will create rocks that will build into each other and stick into the ground and will turn it, and it will look like a fruit nam. We actually went into the cave and it had water, but not because it's the drought time at the cave, so it only had a water a bit like at this table. It fills this table. But I actually got bumped my head into the rock, so it was a little bit hurt, and it was still hurting now. So when we had to walk 5 kilometers that day, which my leg doesn't like it a lot, but I still found some more interesting things that I like. We also found that the rock in it can, when we put it into lemon juice, it will dissolve out because of the acid. The acid is really
strong.
No, it's not really strong. It's actually weak acid. But when we put it into it, it can still dissolve out. When we walk outside, we had to walk all the way back and that's another 5 kilometers. I thought we were supposed to walk 10 kilometers because we went up the stairs to lead us to the cave, and then we walked down the stairs. And when we come back, we rest a little bit because we know that all our feet are now sore. Then we play a little game about all. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the river. We actually passed the river and then we like play in it, and I got all wet. So we play a game to tell all about the insect at the river, and my friend actually found bacteria, I suppose, or is it a fuzu? I can't remember it. And my friend also caught fish, but he let it out because he didn't want to harm nature. Then we found other animals like crab and more. And after we play that game, we eat lunch, and then we come back to come upstairs to rest. And we play a really weird game, like we became imaginary ghosts, and our friend had to come running everywhere just because we were imaginary ghosts. After we played that game, it was time to play the final game, which of the end of the trip. So I had to explain this in Vietnamese because I can't actually explain it in English. Thì sau đó rằng là mình có ba cái ô tròn như này. Rồi là cái trò chơi đấy là cái trò chơi ném còn. Thì là sẽ có một cái còn mà người Mường hay người Dao hay chơi. Thì là họ sẽ dùng cái ném còn, họ quăng như này rồi họ ném qua cái ô. Nhưng mà cái ô đấy không phải tít ở trên cây đâu, mà bởi vì là mình không thể ném nó tít trên cây được. Hay là họ hạ thấp xuống lên mấy cái đèn mà nó mấy cái đèn, ví dụ như đèn trang trí cái thông Noel để trên cao. Rồi là mình cứ ném. Cái kết rằng là mỗi nhóm đều là một đều. Hay là bọn mình được tặng cái này.
No, don't speak English.
This is the traditional food, and it is called cơm lam.
Yes.
It's a traditional food that they eat, and I eat all of mine on the bus we came back home. But luckily that Miss Xuân, she got this one too, so I still have this one.
Okay.
It actually come in various colors like purple, yellow, and red, and I got the red one, and I have a feeling that this one is going to be yellow. Looking at this part.
Okay. Can you say something to teachers and organizer?
Oh, I would like to give a shout out to Nature Expedition, the group that I was going in. I also like to give a shout out to my dad who was filming this video, and I would also like to give a shout out to the chef that cooked the food, because they cook all the food. They did cook French fries, and I became a vampire after eating them.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. I really enjoyed this trip, and I wish we could go more, but I think the time will come. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like, and goodbye. See you in the next video.